I am Rickard Ljungberg. I'm the Chief Test Pilot at SAAB in Linköping, Sweden. I'm just standing in front of the Gripen E that we're now building. I'm going to give you a few examples of what the Gripen E is and what we've done from the previous versions of the Gripen. First of all, we have put in a new engine. So now we have the General Electric 414 instead of the 404, so more power to the aircraft. We also moved the landing gear. Instead of folding into the fuselage, we moved it out to the wing root to make more space for fuel inside the aircraft. By doing that, we also make more room for two more pylons underneath the fuselage, as you can see on the aircraft behind me. Other things we've done is that we have put in a new radar in the front. So we now have an electrically scanned array, the Selex radar, giving us a field of regard from plus/minus 100 degrees compared to the previous plus/minus 60. So we can actually look behind ourselves now. We also have an IRST mounted to the aircraft for infrared search and track, so we can find targets while we're going completely silent. The avionics system also is brand new completely. Different architecture from what we had previously. The main and big difference is that we have separated now the flight critical information to the mission critical information. So that means that we can do quick upgrades, much quicker and more or less out on the field without having to retest all the flight critical software. So that will be an advantage for the customer, pricing and also timing. So we will be much quicker than previously. Other things that I want to mention on this aircraft now, with all these new pylons, as you can see behind me, the aircraft is well equipped and now operational from next year with the Meteor missile, which is a big game changer for a fighter jet. And Gripen is the first aircraft that is operational with the Meteor missile, and giving us a tremendous increase in range for the opponents. Those are the major things that are different to this aircraft to the previous Gripens.
Hi, I'm Magnus Olsson. I'm a Gripen test pilot. I would like to share with you some of the features of Gripen and to show you why Gripen is no ordinary fighter. For over half a century, fighter aircraft have been designed and manufactured by the Swedish aerospace industry. SAAB and Volvo Aero has, in a unique cooperation, been able to develop Gripen. Gripen was designed with a pilot in mind. However, a specific issue had to be resolved to break the ever-increasing life cycle cost of older aircraft. Gripen, for the first time, broke that trend by rethinking the whole purpose of the aircraft and its function in a rapidly changing world. Let's talk about Gripen then. It's a carefree, very easy to fly fighter aircraft with a high degree of automation. Gripen is a true multi-role aircraft. But it's also a swing-role fighter aircraft. That means by simply pressing a button, the pilot can reconfigure the Gripen system in flight. Gripen does all the computations, keeping the aircraft carefree and responsive, enabling it to operate in more than one role during the same mission, in all weathers, day or night. The high availability of Gripen depends on more than just the aircraft. It is also about the unique service and support solutions, like complete self-diagnostics and function monitoring systems. As well as with a team of only 5 conscripts and 1 single technician, we'll rearm, refuel and make the Gripen fighter ready for the next mission within 10 minutes. The Volvo Aero engine is built for an on-condition maintenance concept and is of modular design. A complete engine replacement can be done just about anywhere in less than 1 hour due to the unique integration of engine and aircraft. By using the onboard auxiliary power unit, Gripen can maintain a 1-minute scramble readiness. This service and support solution is of course NATO compatible, just as the Gripen weapons platform. Gripen can carry a full range of stores using NATO standard pylons. The pilot of today needs to be more than just the driver of the aircraft. He needs to be a decision maker as well as an advanced weapons operator. So, before takeoff, the pilot can download the pre-planned mission plus the combat scenario into the Gripen mission computer. New missions or updates can also be downloaded via the data link or manually at any given time. The Gripen data link can exchange data, information and even images between Gripens as well as other units on ground and in the air. So all this data needs to be accessible and displayed in such a way that it doesn't saturate the pilot. The cockpit is dominated by 3 large full-color multifunction displays, as well as a 30-degree wide-angle holographic head-up display. The information is fully integrated to give the pilot only the information that he needs. So if you don't need it, don't show it. The center display is where the main data link information is presented. Sensor information from me and my wingman is fused onto a vectorized digital ground map, giving us a superior picture of the combat scenario. The display to the left is mainly used for electronic warfare, radar warnings, identifications, and control of passive and active countermeasures. The Gripen electronic warfare suite is fully integrated into the airframe. The right display, the sensor display, is where the SAAB multimode radar provides reliable, detailed and automatic targeting information at distances up to 80 nautical miles. It can track multiple targets in all aspect angles simultaneously. It guides the weapons to wherever I find my targets, whether it's in the air or on the ground. And this can be done while still using the radar in search and track mode. Finally, for visual navigation and target acquisition, I will use the wide field of view head-up display, or the helmet-mounted display. Gripen is no ordinary fighter. As a pilot, I can focus on the mission at hand rather than worrying about flying the aircraft. And the purpose of a fighter aircraft is of course to be airborne. With Gripen, time on the ground is kept to a minimum. This small, intelligent, single-engine fighter will provide your Air Force with a very efficient solution to meet all modern operational requirements. Gripen is in service today. More than 100,000 flight hours and more than 200 aircraft delivered. This fighter pilot's aircraft is a reality and will stay so for the next 30 years. And as a pilot, I can say that this aircraft truly delivers.
I'm Rob Hewson with SAAB at Farnborough Airshow 2014, and I'm with Richard Ljungberg, Gripen pilot and SAAB's chief test pilot. Richard, we're standing in front of the new full-scale replica of the Gripen E, and one of the weapon options for this aircraft is the MBDA Meteor missile. It's a baseline fit for Gripen E in the future, but actually it's already here now. This weapon is already available for use on Gripen C and will be in Swedish Air Force service next year. How important is that?
Well, this missile is a game changer for a fighter. And now with the Meteor on the Gripen, it's going to change the air war, so to speak. And the long range it has and the ability to chase down a aircraft that is going away is going to change the war completely. So it's a threat that will not allow anyone to come near.
So is this something that is a differentiator for Gripen, having this weapon available?
Absolutely. From what we've had previously, like the AMRAAM, now with the Meteor, it's many times the range and a threat from any incoming enemy, so they cannot come close. If they come close, we're going to shoot the missile before they can launch a missile towards us.
So you would say the combination of Gripen and Meteor is a whole new dimension in air warfare?
Absolutely, absolutely.